One of the easiest mistakes we can make in student ministry is trying to answer a question middle schoolers aren't asking yet. As adults, we spend a lot of time asking questions. Questions like, what should I do with my life? Where's God leading me? What's my calling? These are important questions, but they're usually adult questions. Most middle schoolers are asking something much more foundational. Questions like, who am I? Do I matter? Am I enough? Why did God make me this way? Do I have anything to offer? Before students need a map for where they're going, they need a mirror that helps them see who they are. Because if students don't know who they are, they will spend their lives looking for their identity in something else. They'll look for it in popularity, sports, relationships, grades, social media, success, or maybe even other people's opinions. Anything that promises to answer the question, who am I? That's why healthy student ministry spends just as much time shaping identity as it does giving direction. Before asking, what is God calling you to do? We need to help middle schoolers understand, who does God say you are? Because identity shapes everything that comes after it. Students who believe they're deeply loved by God approach failure differently. Students who believe they were intentionally created compare themselves less. Students who believe their lives matter are more willing to serve others. Students who know who they are much more prepared to discover what God is calling them to do. Think about scripture. Before Moses led Israel, God revealed who he was. Before David became king, God reminded him that he sees the heart. Before Jesus began his public ministry, the Father declared, "This is my beloved Son." Identity came before assignment. And while our students aren't Jesus, that pattern shows us something important about how God often works. Throughout scripture, God frequently establishes identity before entrusting people with a mission. The same is true for the middle schoolers we've been entrusted with. When we help middle schoolers see themselves through God's eyes, we're giving them something much more valuable than career advice or future plans. We're giving them a foundation they can build the rest of their life on. So here's the challenge. The next time you're preparing to teach, ask yourself, am I giving students a map before I've handed them a mirror? Or even better, how does today's lesson help students better understand who God says they are? Because students who know who they are far more prepared to discover where God is leading them.